Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you having me on the show, man. For sure. For sure. Yes. 100% my first podcast. So I'm excited to kind of test out this format, and get a feel for it. Maybe launch one of my own one day, and I'll have you on there. Yeah. You said what? Oh, yeah. So for all those watching, some audio issues right now that he's working on squaring away.
Hello. All right, I think everyone can hear me now. Sorry about that. I just gave a dope ass intro to Josh Villa, the fresh tortilla.
Yeah, buddy.
So, for everyone watching live, I'm so sorry. But the one, nah, there's not going to be no republished, I think. But, all right, bro, this is the thing about live. You can't re edit anything.
It happens, man.
So, welcome to the Why Not Me podcast. I am your host, Jerry Ruiz. With me today, I have Josh Villa from The Thrill of It.
Thanks for having me, bud. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, so I had to give a quick recap, everyone. This is his first podcast. That's what he was answering. So that's behind us now. Let's get this going. So I see your number one fan is behind you right now.
Yeah. Always supporting, man. Anytime I make a video, just give me the most encouragement. I really appreciate it.
And I'm talking about the ceiling fan.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
For sure.
yeah, just making sure, and then just for everyone watching too. So what is the thrill of it about?
Just to put it simply, man, the thrill of it is just a place for people to come and just have a conversation about sports. I'm primarily doing videos on the NFL and on MMA right now. I've had a lot of Raiders centric videos, but I've also done a video on the Chiefs. I'm working on a video on Tua and the Dolphins. So it's just a place where people can come. I like to pose a question in each video and kind of spark a discussion in the comment section.
All right, man, that sounds pretty dope. So you guys got an exclusive right here. He's gonna drop a Tua video eventually soon, TBD. But I think that's pretty dope that you pose a question. Is it that way so when people watch the game that they kind of have that question in mind and see if you're right or see like how things go, or why do you decide to do a question?
It's more so just to get people talking. One thing I've noticed over the years is people have such passionate and dividing opinions on a lot of things. So it's always cool just to have a video like mine where I try to just to present factual information and kind of have people draw their conclusions from that and from what they see on the field. I love reading through the comments on my videos because people get just so passionate about what they're talking about. It's always interesting to see how people feel about Gruden or how they feel about Carr or how they feel about our draft classes or anything the videos happen to be talking about. People have such intense reactions.
Intense, I guess, is kind of putting it mildly sometimes, huh? Um,
Yeah.
I'll probably get back to that in a little bit. But for now, I guess, when did you kind of start your channel?
So my channel started 2 months ago. I uploaded a video about Cody Garbrandt in the UFC. He was like fresh off of knocking out Rafael Sunsao. Um, I mean, knockout of the year contender, will probably win knockout of the year, and wanted to do a video on him and kind of how he rose up in the UFC, but then fell off after three straight knockout losses and then got back on it. So I was like really inspired to do something. I had wanted to video edit for a long time, and that just like gave me the spark that I needed to really start putting something together and put it out.
So it's always kind of been in the back of your head, like, hey, one day I'm gonna make up my own videos and I'll go ahead and do it. And then you just seen that, just went ahead and made that dream alive, huh?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed video editing. Like I did it years ago when I was a teenager, but technology 15, 16 years ago, things weren't as advanced now. So a lot of these nicer video editing softwares weren't as readily available. So even now, just having iMovie on an iPad makes a huge difference in being able to string things together. So it's something I always enjoyed doing in the past, and it's something that, now that I'm in my 30s, I'm doing again and kind of pumping out for other people to see.
All right, that's pretty dope. And yeah, man, things have changed a lot in 15 years. I
Hmm.
don't even think there was an iPad or an iPhone back then, man.
There's just the big bulky iPods.
Oh, with the little spin dial.
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, those are pretty sick, bro. I had an iPod Nano. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't that fresh, but it's still dope.
I'm Unfortunately, man, I'm old enough to remember like seeing an iPod for the first time. Like the first person I ever saw with an iPod, I distinctly remember that.
Yeah, I think
So that'll be fun to tell my kids one day when I eventually have a kid.
they're not even gonna know what an iPod is.
Dude, let's just put it this way. I used to work at Blockbuster. Like I am from a totally different generation, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Um, I remember going to Blockbuster. That was the jam, bro. And
Oh
then
yeah, Block.
no, go ahead.
Definitely one of the coolest jobs I had back in the day. It was fun. You had like 5 free rentals a week. You got to talk about movies with people. It was cool.
Hell yeah, bro. I remember when we would rent like video games. That was like the best because like I wouldn't always get to. But
Anytime, yeah, anytime, especially if it was like right before the weekend or something, go get a brand new game, pop it in for your rental. You got it for a few days, dude. Yeah. I miss Blockbusters. I don't miss working at a Blockbuster given that I'm in my 30s now, but like I miss having Blockbuster around.
hey, that's true. Was that like your first job or was that like one of your first jobs?
One of them, my first job, like outside of other things, my first like literal paid job was In and Out when I was like 17.
Oh shit. Oh, okay, so you're from California then? I guess is.
Yeah. Yeah. So In and Out was like the first one. I worked at Blockbuster for a while, a couple other places like TJ Maxx.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. I know a couple of people that work at TJ Maxx. How was it
Yeah,
there?
dude, some straight Maxinistas.
I feel like it's kind of chaotic working there. Were you security or like just a cashier?
No, dude, my big ass was up at the register, folding clothes, all day, like checking people out at the register. So it was basically, especially where I was living at the time, I was just talking with like middle-aged moms all day. It's like
Hey,
doing,
let's go.
yeah, it was a lot of fun being a 20-year-old at that time. So doing that, folding clothes, and I had to go work in other departments occasionally, but usually they had me up at the register.
Dang. So, I guess after we took a little quick trip down memory lane, people got to see the experience that you got. Um,
Right, right.
so we found out what you did at all those other jobs. What is it that you do at the thrill of it?
So at the thrill of it right now, it's just steadily building an audience with these videos. I do have an Instagram account, haven't been as active on it lately. And then I also have a Twitter account as well. So just kind of building this brand while I'm going through the grad school process right now. So eventually, 2 years down the line, if this upward trend continues, this will be a nice like form of supplemental income while I'm, working in my field.
Dang, bro. I feel like you're doing really good for barely starting, man.
I
I
appreciate that.
I saw especially your Raider videos, right? Those have more views than the UFC ones.
No one's watched those UFC ones, man. Like I think you're one of the few people that's actually like watched it. The
Hey,
Raiders videos have done pretty well, and then the Kansas City Chiefs video that I did on their running backs, that one actually gained a pretty solid amount of traction.
well, the Chiefs are probably really popular right now.
That was one of the reasons why I made it. Like I thought it was a pretty cool story. I'm like, well, also they just won the Super Bowl, so that's probably going to be a video people will be interested in.
Hey, you gotta find the clickbait, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, what about you, man? What made you start your YouTube channel and your Twitch?
uh, I don't like my job.
Hey, I got you.
Nah, well, that's like the main motivator in the back of the head. But then with the whole COVID thing, it kind of made me realize, like, man, like you never know what can happen, like with either with your health or financially. So
Right.
I kind of wanted to do like, hey, might as well do something I've been wanting to do. So I tried streaming video games. That kind of that's still a work in progress. But
Right, right.
I figured, hey, what would be a good way to bring attention to myself so people can watch me play video games and a podcast. And I was
Yeah.
and then I was like, well, if I'm gonna do the podcast, I might as well do something that not only brings attention to me, but I can help out the smaller guys, the bigger guys, and I can have fun at the same time. And like I said, I didn't want to work at my job. One day I want to make a whole bunch of money doing something else, and I
Yeah,
figured, why not me? So
why not?
that's how the Why Not Me podcast came about, man.
Perfect, man. I like that.
And you know what's the best thing about it?
What's that?
I get to talk to people like you, and it's pretty dope, man. I've had a blast doing this so far.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. It seems like a lot of fun. Like, your interview, especially with Mitchell Renz, dude, I liked a lot. He seemed like a really cool guy and just ended up being not only like just a fun thing to watch, but also pretty informative. I had no idea he like lived in Germany and, kind of the grind that he went through to get to where he is now.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty crazy too. That's like, I guess the best thing about this too, like let's just say no one's watching this. Uh, I'm learning a bunch of stuff, bro. So like, I'm actually gaining something, even if like there's no monetary value in it, anyways. So
Right. Hey, can you give me just 1 second? I'm sorry.
yeah, no problem, man. This is a good time for me to go ahead and shout out the Why Not Me podcast squad. What up, everyone? Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for letting me know that there was some audio problems earlier. You guys are the best. What's it called? I really couldn't do this without you guys watching. Let's keep this going. Let's get people on here. If you guys know anyone that would like to be on here, let me know. If you guys have anyone in mind, let me know too. I could go ahead and reach out to them, see if they would be interested or anything. But this shit's crazy. So, a toast to everyone. A toast to me. Let's go. You guys can comment. You guys can say cheers. You guys could say let's go. You guys could say we got your back 100%. Ride or die squad. I don't know. Something. But if not, it's cool. I don't mind talking to myself. This is how it is. But
Hey, sorry about that.
all right, give me a quick second. Let's see. All right, we're back. So what else do you do at the thrill of it, man? After I just pumped up the squad, everyone watching at home.
That's just it for now. Just slowly building the audience and doing videos. I'd like to maybe do a podcast down the line if I reached a big enough audience and a big enough like built-in following. But until then, just gonna stick with the videos while I'm in school.
No, I feel you, bro. I was kind of thinking about doing like not a live broadcast, but like I guess like a one that I upload later on, about different topics and stuff. That's something that's
Right,
eventually
right.
going to be in the works. And
It's a lot of fun doing that, man. Like getting your feet wet video editing and just kind of getting a feel for the whole process. It's really fun. It's so rewarding. Like when you're finally done and it debuts on YouTube, it's like, dude, I spent so much time on this.
yeah, I bet, bro. And one day I'll even have like a sports like segment too, and I can even like invite you via Zoom again and see like what you think about the topic or whatever too. I kind of want to do
Down.
something like that.
Yeah, I'd be down, man.
But all right. So what made you decide to make the channel? I guess since you asked me, like, I know you.
Just the interest that I had in it. It was time. It's like, yeah, I had this period before grad school started, and it's like, if I don't do this now, once I'm in the swing of things in grad school, I'm not going to. And it doesn't stop from there. Once I have to start logging clinical hours and stuff, it's like, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. So I just went ahead and did it, and it's been just such a crazy process, man. Like watching the following grow and watching people go wild in the comments, and it's been really cool, man. Seeing like familiar names too that keep popping up in my comments and support from these people that have commented and liked and have recommended my videos. Like I've seen people have posted my videos on like Reddit
Hell
and on
yeah.
Facebook. Like in my analytics, it's like external traffic and like where people are posting my videos. It's like, oh, okay, I'm doing something right because people are taking their time to post my content in other spots.
Hell yeah, bro. I like that. Freaking when I look at my analytics, I think like 30% of it is in the United States and like 70% is out of the United States. I don't
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Over time too, especially the more views you accumulate and it gets a little more specific. Like I've had people, I think is like Germany and Australia, like as far as that, like watching my videos, I'm like, dude, who is watching a John Gruden video in Australia? But It's cool, man.
Yeah, hey, you gotta love it, bro. That's all part of the game. And what made you focus mainly on the Raiders and on UFC, or is it UFC or
Um,
MMA in general?
it's primarily UFC. I mean, if there's some cool stuff that develops in Bellator, I'd be down. But mainly the UFC. I mean, Raiders. That's my team. You know.
Let's go.
So if there's a team I'm going to focus and spend a lot of my time on, it's going to be the Raiders. But I want to make sure that I don't just saddle myself with being just a Raiders channel. Like I also want to have the option of covering other teams and other stories and other unique things in the NFL as opposed to just the Raiders and just the UFC.
Do you no, that's pretty dope, bro. I'm a big Raider fan too. That's how I found. Honestly, I don't even know how your video popped up. Just one day, it just asked if that tear it down, John Gruden tears down the Raiders or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It just popped up on
That's
my feed.
that's the one that blew up. And like, dude, I had at that point, like, I had been doing YouTube for a month, was getting no traction, no viewers, absolutely nothing. And then all of a sudden, that video just took off. I think at this point, it's over like 50,000 hits or something. And it just keeps increasing. And that's usually the video where people are like, oh, you just kind of popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know why this took off. I didn't, nothing special about that video as opposed to the ones before it. But for some reason, man, it just kind of put out there and kind of got the ball rolling.
Hell yeah, bro! You got to take that.
Oh, I was so happy, man. I remember like getting a new subscriber for the first time and showing my wife. I'm like, you're not gonna believe this. Like, I
Yeah.
actually got a subscriber.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling, bro. Especially when you get like more than one, like in a row right away. You're just like,
Oh
dang,
yeah,
look at this.
such a good feeling. Let you know you're doing something right.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna do you plan to work on anybody else's channel anytime, or would you want to do it, branch off to anything else on your own channel, or is it just strictly gonna be the thrill of it, other than the podcast
Um,
you were saying?
Probably just the thrill of it until I get, if I am able to generate a large following, then maybe branch out a little bit and try a few things. But I want to just, keep things simple and not overextend myself too early. I found a cool little formula that's working right now, and I'll keep working with that. And then I'll complicate things down the line. But for now, I'm just gonna keep it like nice and simple and like right in the pocket.
So what did you start uploading first? Was it like the UFC videos or the Raider videos? I know you said you
So
I know you said the that fight was what got it going, but after that were you like, "Oh, I'm gonna start doing UFC," and then were you like, "Oh, I should do Raiders," or was it always in your mind like, "Oh, I'm gonna do Raiders and UFC?"
yeah, that was kind of thinking about doing a YouTube channel over the years and stuff and just never going through with it. But I've always thought that like if I was going to do something like that, it would be kind of like TPS, Total Pro Sports, where it's like a little bit of everything, not kind of focused specifically on one sport or on one team. So I think I did 2 or 3 UFC videos before I uploaded a Raiders video, if I'm not mistaken. It was a few UFC videos first. I focused a lot on that early on, kind of trying different videos to see if they would work, like a piece on Cody Garbrandt, and then like a top 10 type of list, and then talk smack, get knocked out video, and nothing caught on. So
Yeah.
it was
Well,
time to try something else.
hey man, you gotta keep trying, bro, until you find what works for you. That's same name of the game, man. So, speaking about like you weren't able to like really reach out to people too much. How do you reach out to people now? Like, how do you try to? I guess how do you try to make your videos or your channel be known a little bit more?
So for me, and this is advice I would kind of give to anyone that's in our position right now and like, is trying to grow, you got to like listen to your audience. One thing that I noticed recently over the last few weeks has been that people have been responding to videos that are dealing with more modern things going on in the NFL. Like I did a retrospective on Bo Jackson, and that got like no traction. Then I did Hall of Fame stubs, and that got no traction. So for me, it was like, okay, the particular audience that I'm finding, they're more interested in what's going on now as opposed to what happened then. So when I'm going into videos now, it's with the audience in mind now that I kind of know what they're looking for and what's been working for me. Like that's the process I've been using.
Do you think people it's because the future is uncertain, so they kind of like to like want to know what's gonna happen, and compared to like you said, Bo Jackson, everyone knows not okay. Well, not everyone knows, but a lot of people know the story of Bo Jackson. You know, he was
Right, right.
a beast, and he got injured, and what could have been. You know, they know the story of
Yeah.
that. But when you talk about Josh Jacobs, he first year beasted it. Should have got offensive rookie of the year. That's neither
Yeah.
here
Sorry,
nor there.
Kyler, but Jacob should have got it.
Especially when he got a higher spot in the top 100.
I couldn't believe it, but it's like, of course they're going to give it to the quarterback. Like
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
it's
But
what it is.
so let's just say Josh Jacobs, right? He got hurt. He didn't play all the games, and he still beasted it. So if you make a video
Yep.
of him, people are gonna be like, "Well, he still has potential. What's gonna happen with him?" And
Right, right.
do you feel like that's probably why?
Yeah, and I could be wrong just because I'm so new to YouTube, but it seems like it's right place, right time, right video content, and right video type. So there's people doing everything on YouTube, so you don't really know what's gonna work. Like there are people that do retrospectives on players like Flemlo Raps and KTO. They're so good about doing these retrospectives. I admired those videos, and man, when I did it, no one watched it. But for
Hey,
some reason I have found this little pocket of YouTube where people are interested in like modern Raiders stuff and modern NFL stuff, but also like kind of shining a light on like outlying statistics and kind of how people have been performing. I don't know why that was the case, but this just happens to be the audience that I'm finding. So if I want to keep moving forward, it's I definitely got to stick to what's working.
no, I agree, bro. And Flannel Raps, I like his videos. They're pretty dope, bro.
Flam's dope, dude. I love his channel, man. Him and KTO are both so good.
Yeah, I don't even remember how his just popped up on my timeline too, and
Same.
I watched one of
Randomly
them,
one day.
and I was like,
He's
oh,
like
this fool's
Flemlo
dope.
raps, but he's talking about Taylor Mays. Like, who is this dude? And then I watched and I was like, oh, I'm subscribing like now.
Yeah, I watched one, and I was like, oh, I'll check out another one. That was pretty informative, and then the other one was pretty dope too. And then now I'm pretty much watching whenever it does pop up or whenever I have
Have
nothing
you
to watch.
right, have you gotten to check out KTO Carson the Oracle on YouTube?
No, I have not.
Oh man, he's very similar type of videos where it's like retrospectives on a player, but he has one on Bill Romanowski being like the dirtiest player in the NFL, and it's such a good video.
You know, I think I seen that pop up on my timeline or not or on the recommended videos. I have not
Right,
watched
right.
it yet, but I guess next time I see it, I probably will watch it.
Definitely check it out. KTO's legit.
Okay, man, you're just plugging everyone today, huh?
I mean, they're huge channels, but like I'll gladly share the love, man.
Hey, that's what we're here for, bro. They've already they're already pretty well known, so I mean, why not look up to them?
Oh, they're huge channels, man.
uh, I guess, I guess we got to go back to you since you don't want to talk about yourself. But here we go. uh, how long does it take for you to go ahead and get an episode ready?
So it usually like when I record the audio, that process alone can take sometimes 30-ish minutes, depending on, how badly it sounds or, how well I do. And then the video editing component, I mean, everything involved, it's a few hours for sure. It's a few hours. Some videos are a lot quicker than others, but man, some take a minute because I don't want to just like use pictures and have like a picture slideshow. I want to incorporate video elements in there and mix things up. But tracking down high quality videos, especially for some like older Raiders clips, is really hard. So it's a lot of searching and a lot of, it's a lot of work, but man, it's so worth it.
Yeah, yeah, man. You got to take the time to make it perfect. Quick shout out to a Piece of Us Family Vlogs since we're doing shout outs. My cousin Matt, he does the vlogs on YouTube.
Oh,
And
nice.
and Matthew Babauta. He told me it takes him about 10 hours to edit a 1 hour video, like in the whole process of
Dude, I
things.
don't doubt it. It takes me a few hours for a 7-minute video, so I can only imagine a 1 hour thing. Dude, yeah, he has the patience of a saint, man.
Yeah, I guess so. This whole Corona thing is probably treating him well too. Probably doesn't got to work right now.
For sure, dude.
But yeah, bro, this whole editing thing. That's why I do live, man. I don't gotta worry about editing all these hours. Is
Yeah,
what's
I was
out
gonna
there is what's
ask,
out
like,
there.
is there like a pre or post production type of thing that you do for your show?
No.
Oh, it's just you just let it roll.
Yeah. Everything is set up before. Hopefully, I have all the kinks worked out. Today, I had one kink not worked out.
Right, right.
Um, that sucks. This program I use, it did not tell me that that I'm just gonna call this microphone one was not plugged in. That microphone two was. So yeah, it just says that microphone's plugged in. So
Oh, got you.
that's terrible. But yeah, dude, I just roll with it. This is probably the second episode where there was a technical difficulty. Every other one's been
Yeah.
pretty smooth, but it just sucks when something bad does happen, man. Everyone gets to see it.
Yeah, yeah. I can only imagine, and like just doing it live like every single time, like that's not easy, dude. So I have a lot of respect for what you do because a lot of podcasts will record and then kind of touch it up, and you're just like, nope, we're rolling. We're just what happens happens. Like it's
yeah,
no joke, dude.
yeah, I'm on YouTube, so I don't touch myself. Don't worry. But we're all good, man. Like, I can't. I remember making my first episode. Yeah, I call it the pilot episode because it was just me explaining what it was gonna be about.
Right, right.
I had no idea how the groove of my conversation was gonna be. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna record myself live and practice. So when I do have my first guest, it'll
Yeah.
be
Are
I'll be ready. And like
right.
have
Are there podcasts that you listen to like that you were kind of inspired by to start your own?
yeah. Let's see, what podcast do I listen to? Well, the Joe Rogan podcast is a dope one. Um,
Train by day, Joe Rogan by night.
yeah. Pat McAfee is probably the one that I listen to the most. The Pat McAfee show. You ever see it?
Oh yeah, the most athletic punter in history. Like, yeah, he's a great host, man.
Yeah. I like that show. One day I hope my commentary and my skills will be like that. I like that he's out there. He's just keeps it going. Electric. There you go. That's a good way to say
Very,
it.
he has the personality, man.
So
Like
maybe I gotta smoke during my show to be to be good like them.
just to like unlock that next level.
But a piece of us vlogs, that was another inspiration too, because they're up and coming. Um, I don't know, and just other videos. I know there's more. Let's see. There's like movie reviews. I'm trying to remember the name of them. I can't even think of the name of them right now. And then I got into
Like
like,
movie review, like YouTube channels.
yeah, like one's The Critical Drinker. That's one I started watching. Some Scottish guy. He just like reviews movies all drunk.
Oh, nice.
um, man, I can't remember. The Stuntman reviews, I think it was called. Just he would review the movies. He had like a whole setup in his house. So
Oh wait, are you Chris Stuckman?
yeah, Chris Stuckman. There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen his
that's
stuff
it.
before for sure. Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns. Oh yeah.
So like not even just one podcast in general. It's just I figured. Well, I listen to them at work. I have my earbud on, and then so while I'm doing stuff, I listen to them. And I figured like, hey, I'm actually getting enjoyment listening to these, and maybe I can make one, and people would listen to mine, and they'll get something out of it too. So I think it's dope. Hopefully, I can be included in someone's playlist one day.
Yeah, that's cool too. That it's not just like one thing. It's like a bunch of different things that have all kind of had an influence on what you're doing now.
Yeah, bro. It's just random. Like, why not me? that's that's literally the whole motivation of it all, bro. Is just like all these people are doing it and people are enjoying it, so I can do it too. But
Yeah, it's as we're both finding out, like as growing and budding content creators, like it feels good when someone likes your video. It
hell
feels
yeah,
good when someone like tells you in the comments, like, dude, keep up the good work. And like,
hell yeah.
for viewers of our content, it's like who are gonna listen to this, trust me when I say like it means more than you guys know. Like it is such a good feeling. I get a notification on my phone. It's like, dude, keep up the good work, love the video. And I'm like, you know what, man? Thank you.
I'll get a notification saying I got a comment on YouTube, and then I'll check my email. It says you got a comment on YouTube, and I'm like, is it the same one? Is it a different one? I was like, let me go check real
Right.
quick. I gotta answer the people. I don't want to go ahead and leave them unread.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to make sure to do is like as often as possible, like check on the comments, like and interact with my audience. You know what I'm saying? Like let everyone know that this, regardless of how long it takes for me to grow my audience into like something huge, it's like no matter what, how big or small, like this is a community that's being built right now, and like let's all interact and kind of figure it out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, the H3 podcast too. I don't know if you've heard of that
Oh,
one.
Ethan and Ela, man.
Yeah, that's another one too that I like. Maybe I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go into like a segment like them when I do a podcast, but more sports segment and just more my take. I feel they're kind
Yeah,
of like punk rockish or like for that group or whatever. But I like it, so I don't know.
yeah, I've checked out H3 before. I'll usually catch their clips on YouTube. Same thing for other podcasts, like Theo Vaughn's podcast this past weekend. I'll catch clips of that, or maybe it's The Fighter and the Kid, some of those podcasts, and
Yeah, I'll check out clips of the fighter and the kid too sometimes.
yeah, Lord
Um,
knows you watch one podcast, YouTube is just like,
yeah,
here's
for
a
reals, man.
million podcast clips for you.
Or if you watch one with like a certain guest,
That's it. Yeah, that's how I
like it'll
discovered.
just keep popping up stuff of them too, which is good
Right,
when they
which
have good stuff.
when they have good stuff, it's good for sure. Because when there's someone you don't like, you're like, I'm so sick of seeing this guy.
All right, people, don't be sick of seeing this guy. um, so I guess what I can ask you is, do you feel like you've gotten better since you started?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think the process has become a lot smoother when it comes to making videos. It's still a little tedious and it's still time consuming. That's never going to change. But I feel like I've been able to write better scripts that are a little more dialed in, and the audio quality is improved thanks to my amazing wife getting me a microphone. Shout out to her. You
Hey,
know,
I bought my own
little changes
microphone.
here and there. And, it's if this type of improvement has happened after 2 months, hopefully 2 more months down the line, it'll be even better.
Oh yeah. I just zoomed in on your face and you didn't say nothing. Nah, nah, but I feel the same way, bro. I guess so. Before I start an episode, I take a shot, and during the episode, I mix energy drink and vodka, just so like the vodka keeps me social, I guess, and the energy
Yeah,
drink keeps
yeah.
me going because I work long days. And I remember, like I said, the first pilot. I call it the pilot. I like how that sounds too. My
Yeah,
pilot
very, very
episode.
TV right there.
Yeah, my pilot episode was just like, how is this gonna go? What's the show gonna be about? And then like halfway through, it clicked, and I was just rolling. I was
There you
rolling.
go.
So I feel like every other episode, I'm improving. I've added graphics. I've added this. I was like, oh, maybe I can do this or that. So I like it, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy life.
Yeah, it's good, man. And it's even just hearing you talk about it, do like sound very passionate about what you're doing. Like it definitely shows. So it's nice, interacting with someone who is on a path pursuing something that they genuinely love, not something that they have to do, but something that they actually want to be doing.
Hell yeah! And we started at the same time, bro. That's like
Yeah, what a coincidence, right?
that's the best part. Um, Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy world. One day I hope to get a studio. Like, if I'm ever like sponsored or like make money doing this,
Right.
that'd be sick, bro. Cause I mean, my spot's not too bad, but it'd be legit to have a studio.
Oh, I'm hoping one day, especially, owning, if, once I own a house, just have a room dedicated to, my office, my little space. I can, get what I want in there, just have the ability to just sit in a nice, cool, air conditioned room, do what I got to do.
Man cave slash studio, right?
Right, right. I have
Yeah.
to dust out some of my old Raiders collectibles. Like I have a George Blanda autograph ball, so
Yeah, yeah.
definitely have to put it up there. I'm jealous of that Charles Woodson one, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I got it on sale for like $20 in Vegas.
For real?
Yeah, it comes with a certificate of authenticity as well.
Oh man, I'm
um,
jealous. Like I've got the Blanda, which is dope. Don't get me
yeah, no,
wrong.
that's sick as
George
hell.
Blanda is a classic. But as as someone who got to watch Charles Woodson, I'm for sure jealous.
Dude, my homie Christian Hernandez, shout out to Christian. He's his living room and his like I guess his dining room filled with boxing, with football. He's got like three Kobe Bryant like signed jerseys. He's got a Kobe Bryant jersey and a Michael Jordan jersey, and then has the picture of them in the All Star game.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. He has legit. He has like the Dub Edition magazine with Kobe on it, signed. And like, it's kind of messed up to say this, but like after Kobe passed away, I remember talking to him and like, bro, these things are gonna be worth so much money, like, because.
It's true. It's so true, man.
And he has a Mike Tyson boxing glove that says the baddest man on the planet. Dude,
Ooh,
yeah. He's
that
got
is sick.
Pacquiao trunks, dude. It's legit, man. Like I want.
So he's a legit collector then.
Yeah, dude. I want to be like that one day. Like my man cave, just one wall full of that, another wall full
Right.
of different stuff.
Damn,
But
dude, we're gonna get there. We're
yeah,
gonna get there
hell
one day.
yeah, man. And if anyone ever wants to send us stuff like that, feel free.
Feel free. I don't even watch hockey, but if you want to send me a signed Gretzky jersey, I'll take it.
He'll take it, man. I don't even watch hockey, and I'll take it.
Straight up.
Nah, but it's cool if you don't send anything. You guys watching is dope.
Yeah, or just, like and subscribe, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Definitely like and subscribe. Not whatever. Hey, do you hate saying that? Like, I remember watching videos and people saying like, "Oh, make sure to like and subscribe." It would like bug me, but and like
Right.
I feel kind of bad saying it, but you have to say it so people can do it.
Yeah, so what I've only said it once on a video, if I'm not mistaken. What I'll do is like on the title screen to start off my video, it'll just say at the bottom, please like and subscribe. Because those words coming out of my mouth, yeah, it's like you feel like you're begging and like you're being super annoying. It's like, I promise I'm not trying to be annoying. It's like, but it really helps.
I feel like someone's kind of being judgmental. I invite them on my show and they just say those mean things to me. Just messing. But nah, yeah, dude. Like I said, I hate saying it, but I gotta say it. So make sure to
Yeah,
like and subscribe, people.
it's a necessary thing, man. You can't gain any traction if people aren't liking and subscribing and interacting with your content. Like it's impossible. So it's definitely a necessary thing.
The YouTube algorithm is a crazy thing, man, and you actually got to enjoy it, like a good success of it.
Yeah, I still don't get it. I don't know why it was that video. I don't know what happened. I don't know what
It's a dope
changed, but
video, bro.
well, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no,
It
it's a
was a
really dope
painful video to make, looking at all those bad draft classes. Like it hurt. I was like, oh
video.
god, these
Dude,
guys were really Raiders.
especially because none of them are on the team, or like they're not on any team.
There's so many players that are already out of the league, and like that, I think the average NFL career is like 3 or 4 years or something. They're usually brief, but when you constantly have high draft picks that don't stick around, like that's a problem.
Bro, that's going back to like 2001 too. That's like
Yes.
that's not even Mackenzie either. That's going back way back, man.
Yeah. See, okay, so for that video, I actually considered going back a lot farther, and I was like, that's going to take a lot of time. I'll just keep it more modern. I'm glad I did. A, to save time, and B, it
It
kind of
blew
made up
up.
for a more streamlined experience.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could endure that much suffering, man. Like looking through that many bad draft classes, I just get depressed. It's like, oh my God, Tyler Brayton, like why?
We could have had Aaron Rodgers, Megatron, Adrian Peterson,
Dude,
Larry Fitzgerald.
Marcus Russell. Oh
Hey,
my God.
in our defense with Russell, a lot of analysts were saying that he was going to be the best thing coming. Everyone was saying that, and then once he did bad, that's when they all started saying like, "Oh, we knew he was trash, this and that." So
Yeah, it's like, okay, like let's not act like he wasn't, handling business at LSU. Like, you can't knock what the guy did in college, but my God, in
you
the pros, dude,
you remember
just so bad.
them saying that like he could throw a football on his knees like 70 yards, like that was his like selling point to everyone.
Yeah, you mean when he's already sacked? Like, what is the point of that metric? I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But everyone's like, dude, 70 yards from his knees. I'm like, that's not going to do anything on Sundays.
Unless you're Mahomes.
Unless you are, yeah, man, I'm a football fan and I will give it up. 14 weeks out of the year, I love watching Patrick Mahomes play. But
Me
those
neither.
2 weeks a year where he plays the Raiders, dude, it is so aggravating.
Bro, so like for the past 3 years, I've been going to like all the Raider games. I got lucky. And they've been kind of for free too. I got hooked up, yeah. And so I've been
Well,
going.
that must be tight, man.
Yeah, yeah. So crazy Sundays, man. I've been having for the past 3 years, and I remember the like one of the first games Mahomes started against the Raiders. I was just like, who is this guy? He's just like making crazy throws. And I knew he was the real deal when he threw over like one of our cornerbacks into the end zone to Kelsey, and the football just went like over his fingertips, like just right enough to where the cornerback couldn't get it, and right into Kelsey's hands. I was like, all right, you know what? This guy's the real deal. This is just
He's
insane.
ridiculously good. His ball placement, dude, is just uncanny. Like I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but Andy Reid's the coach, and he's got Tyreek Hill, and he's got Travis Kelsey. It's like Alex Smith wasn't doing this. Alex Smith was winning and going to the playoffs, but the stuff that Mahomes is doing, like Alex Smith was not doing that. A normal quarterback can't just do that stuff.
Hell yeah, bro! Andy Reid is just making him better, and
Yeah,
it's crazy. It
it's an
sucks.
amazing system he has there, and Mahomes was the perfect fit, dude. Like
I agree. It's
they have
terrible.
so many good players, man.
Yeah, they should just stop.
I agree. You take a
They-
year off. Y'all won the Super Bowl. You don't need it. What do you got left to prove?
you peaked. No one wants to see your downfall, man. Just stop.
Yeah, that's it. Start trading away some players, break it down, rebuild it.
How do they pay a guy like $500 million and still get to re-sign everyone else?
Okay. I don't know who is running their contracts over in Kansas City, but dude, the Lord has blessed that man because he has figured out how to keep all of this talent on board. It's been ridiculous. Especially when they just got Chris Jones, like locked him down. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding.
For reals, man, they're bribing someone. But hey, the good thing about Vegas too is the taxes are low, so a lot of players are gonna want to sign to us. Maybe a little less, but they'll make more money than to other people, like in California or something. So
Right. I think one thing that's helpful, like, having being from California, I was super salty when it was announced we were leaving Oakland.
hell yeah,
But then, like, over time, kind of weighing the positives, it's like, okay, instead of playing in a dump and on a baseball field, we're going to have the nicest stadium in the NFL,
hell yeah,
the newest, nicest facilities. We're going to be playing in a town where all these young cats coming are going to actually want to be at. You know what I'm saying?
hell yeah.
And they're going to save money in taxes. It's like, okay, maybe this is a start in the right direction because I can't imagine being a first round draft pick and having to play for a team that plays on a baseball field.
And if any team is gonna go ahead and get the best stadium in the NFL, why not us?
Dude, for sure. That thing is a work of art, man. I cannot wait to go at some point.
This sounds kind of messed up, but I'm kind of happy that uh, the Raiders aren't letting any fans in this year. I wanted to be like one. I wanted to go to the first season that they were open, so I wasn't gonna be able to make it. I was bummed, but
Right,
now I
right.
still have a chance to go to the first year that fans get to go. So
For sure. I do. I know what you mean. I was planning on going, but having moved and everything, it's like, that's gonna be a stretch. But now we got a whole year to plan this out.
$700 for a freaking nosebleed ticket against the Saints. I was
Yeah.
like, bro.
Little ridiculous.
And man, I just hope the prices don't go up because it's another year of anticipation of people waiting to
Right.
go. So
Try and recoup some of the losses from the year before, getting none of that income from selling those tickets.
for reals, man. Do you drink or anything, or you straight?
I don't, man.
I'm gonna call you Darren Waller then. All right.
Yeah, just no drinking for me. Just Waller. Wow. Water, not Waller. I don't drink Waller. I drink water. Let me clarify that real quick.
No wonder your videos are blowing up. Now I found the connection.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, truth comes out. This is why I don't do live, bro.
Nah, it's cool, man. This is what makes it fun. I think I've looked worse than you have, so we're all good, man. we,
Yeah, it's all good, man.
does your wife or anyone else you go to the games with drink?
I mean, people. My wife doesn't really drink. No, my family does. So when I get to go over there on Sundays and go check out games, like, oh yeah, everyone's drinking, but they know that I don't. So they usually don't harass me too much.
Hey, they like
Unless,
it because you get to drive.
yeah, right. Once we start winning, though, it's like, come on, you're not gonna have one. I'm like, dude, no.
Nah, hey, that's cool, bro. All respect right there. The only reason I ask is because I don't even know like when I do go to a Raider game if I'm even gonna tailgate. I might just party on the strip and then just go straight to the game like an hour or hour and a half before so I can make it on time. Cause like
Right, right.
I'm sure it gets super hot in the parking lot there.
Yeah, man. I've only been to Vegas one time, and it was during the summer. And dude, it was just grossly hot. So I can only imagine those dudes out there in training camp right now are just, whew, they're going through it.
Hey, do you know that the Bengals don't have an indoor facility? All they have is an outdoor facility.
I sure do. Pat McAfee seems to
Yeah.
really be beating that drum.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I don't know how hot it gets in Cincinnati, but in the winter that must suck.
Oh, I love his comments. And people always in the comments, regardless of what the video topic is, it's like the Bengals still don't have an indoor facility.
For reals. That's awesome, man. So see, it'd be dope for you to have a fan base like that. Like, like they have their own little inside jokes and their own little comics. Like
Yeah,
AJ
that'd
Hawk.
be, yeah, that dude always just working his cigar, just kind of doing his thing. He's had such a good life, man. Dude killed it in college at Ohio State, played for the Packers, He's done the thing.
Hell yeah, bro. So we're giving good reasons of why people should go watch the Pat McAfee show. When you have time, go ahead. After you're done
Yeah,
watching the Why
please
Not Me
check out Pat
podcast and the
McAfee.
Thrill of It videos. But what would be a good reason to go and tune into your show or your episodes?
Ooh, so especially if you're looking for football content, I am not a hot take artist. I am not trying to be a Skip Bayless or a Colin Coward type of person that's going to make all these wild, bombastic claims. My videos are all about taking a closer look at things that are factually true and that usually have a component to them that deal with how things are working with the team in terms of being in the modern era. So if you're interested in that and not someone who's going to say Derek Carr is going to throw for 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns this year, the Raiders are going undefeated, but something a little more steeped in reality, I'm right up your alley.
Yeah, hey, dude, I'll take that. Derek Carr gets a lot of hate, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that Derek Carr video that I made, man, some of those comments, people get super passionate about it. Some people really like him as a quarterback, and other people just hate the guy.
It feels like social media in general just hates on him. And my cousin Matthew Bobauta, we were talking about this a lot of times because Derek Carr's our quarterback, you know.
Right, right.
Yeah, but I believe since social media is so like controversial, uh, that the people that are on there, they want someone that's just out there all crazy, and so they see Derek Carr that's normally chill. They
Yeah,
see
super reserved, right.
they see him
Doesn't
and they
swear,
probably get
says
mad.
dang it.
Yeah, and then so when they do see him actually say that like, oh, I feel disrespected, they're like, oh, he's fake. That's not him. Like that's why they start
How
throwing shit.
dare he say something like that? It's like, how dare people talk smack about the dude? But like,
But that's what
people
they
are gonna
want.
have their opinions, but it's like he's just a pretty low key guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know, man. One day it'd be dope to have him on here, but I doubt it.
hey, you never know,
Hey,
man. I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure he did Raider Cody's podcast, didn't he? Or was it his brother that did it?
Who's? I don't know who Raider Cody is.
He's a Raiders podcaster.
I think I need to start
Yes.
watching more Raider podcasts, huh?
Yeah, there's a few. Locked On Raiders podcast is a pretty cool one.
So far, I'm just watching the thrill of it.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate the support, man. So
And
is that where all my views are coming from? It's just you refreshing the page?
yeah, hey, bro, you accept it, man. Why you
I'll
hating?
take it, dude.
um, yeah, I think I've shared your channel on my Facebook just recently. But hey, it's better than nothing, right?
I'll take it, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, and then I saw you give me a shout out in one of your videos too, bro. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I wanted to let everyone know what was going on, man. I was, optimistic that the video was going to get some hits, and I think as of now, it's like over 2,100 people have seen it. So, like, let's take an opportunity and plug your podcast. You were nice enough to like invite me on, so it's like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, bro, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. That's how we got to do it here. Um, I guess let's get back to our channels real quick. Where do you hope to take your channel in the future?
So it's a really good question.
Oh,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, like I would like to have my channel at a point where it's bringing in supplemental income. So when it comes time to start paying off student loans and taking care of anything like that, financially speaking, that my channel, which is something I do as a hobby, can take care of all of that. So that my salary itself from my job and my career is going to be able to just go towards my family and not towards anything else. And that's like bare minimum. That's what I want, is to be able to, cover expenses. But I want to take this thing as far as it can go, man. Like 100%. I want to take this and make this as big as possible. I want people to recognize the name, the thrill of it. I want people to know the name. I want people to enjoy my content. I want to be able to have a huge YouTube channel and develop a following and build a community for people, man.
Hell yeah, bro. It'd be dope for like, let's just say like this makes as much money as my current job does, maybe a little bit more, just to have a little extra cushion. That'd be dope. That's my dream.
Right, right.
Yeah, and that way I can be doing what I want and be my own boss. I,
Yeah, that and that's a huge component too. If you're just doing your own channel, it's your channel. You're the boss. You're the one that's in control of everything. Like for Mitchell Renz, like he works for Chat Sports. You know, we're in a very different type of situation where we're just kind of doing our own thing.
it's kind of scary too, man, because if you mess up, you can't blame no one else.
Oh, dude, 100%. Like, you know, you get some of these comments, and I was like, oh, that's all on me. Like completely, that is all on me.
And what? I'll do it again.
Yeah, yeah. It's, you know, one of the things I have liked is constructive criticism. So like, there was a person, I can't remember which video it was on, but they're like, your audio is, it ain't it. You know, however they phrase it, they're like, it ain't it, dude.
That
Like,
sounds
well,
nice.
I appreciate you watching. It's like, okay, I need to kind of fix this. So, you know, I did appreciate that. Mean comments, not so much, but it comes with the territory. You know it's going to happen at some point.
Um, I think, yeah, like I don't. I'm not saying I don't like. I don't take them to heart. The mean comments.
Yeah,
I remember messaging you. I'm gonna show one of the comments you sent me, and I'm gonna show one that I sent you, just so people can kind of see like the stuff that content creators get.
right,
Because
right.
like there's a lot of people that just because they're behind the screen, they can say whatever they want. It doesn't hurt my feelings personally. Um,
Yeah, same, same.
but
To do something like this, you got to be thick-skinned, man. Like you have to be able to take the heat, and you know, it's
it
every person's right watching the video to, you know, say how they're feeling about it.
and I seen like a lot of women. They like man, the people go crazy like in a bad way. They say the craziest things. They just say, "Oh, just because you're a woman, that this is why you're only getting a whole bunch of views. Oh, because you're a woman, that this is the only reason why they're watching you is because you're wearing like these skimpy clothes and this and that." It's like, bro,
Right, right.
you're just hating because you couldn't think of something to make people watch you. Like,
They're putting in the work, man.
yeah. And no matter what they wear, what they do, like they're the ones out there like exposing themselves. Well, not in a bad way, but like they're exposing
I
themselves.
got you. I got you.
I know, but I don't want anyone to take that in a bad way. And it's crazy, bro, because this isn't an easy thing to do, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, and you know, I knew getting into when I launched the channel, it's like it is impossible to please everyone. Like it's impossible. So when you launch a YouTube channel or a Twitch or anything like that, it's like you have to 100% prepare for people that are going to be very vocal about their dislike of your content. It is what it is. It just comes with the territory. So for anyone out there that's planning on getting into something like this, I highly encourage you to have some thick skin, because there are going to be people saying stuff that is not going to make you feel all that good.
Yeah, man, people are crazy, especially when like you can't see them or go face to face. They think they can say whatever they want, man. I bet they wouldn't say it to your face though if, if they were standing next to you.
Even if they did, it's just like, is it that serious? Just move on.
Yeah, no, bro. One time, I was in actually, where was I? I was in Vegas, and I was wearing a Golden State jacket, and we were at like a small casino because we went to go get some steaks there. And some guys like, "Oh, that's a nice jacket you got there," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." Like, I guess he meant it in a bad way, and
Yeah,
he's always it new. I was like, "Nah, I've had it for a couple years already." I was like, "But I keep my stuff clean."
right, right.
And he's all, "Oh, you bandwagon fans." He's all just hopping on the bandwagon, and he's all, I hate you fake fans, this and that. I was like, "Well, what team do you go for?" He's all, "I'm a Kings fan," and I was like, "What?"
Great.
Yeah, I was like, "How can you even talk, bro?" I'm like, "The Warriors have been going to like the finals the past 4 years, and you're over here talking trash."
Also, half of the fans of the Kings in the 2000s during the Chris Webber era are now Warriors fans. Like, that's cool. I respect that he's still a Kings fan 100%, but it's like, dude, why do you have to get out of pocket for him,
Yeah.
man? Just keep it moving. Like, did you have to talk to me?
Like, bro, whoops, clicked on you. You can talk all the trash you want. Like, I don't care, dude. I'll talk trash to you too. But if you want to get physical over it, that's the stupidest thing ever.
It's so silly, man.
And I remember telling him too. I'm like, bro, like you're talking trash about the Warriors, but all your fans are jumping over even your best player, DeMarcus Cousins. That shut him
Yeah,
up.
even he didn't stick around.
That shut him up real quick. And then he got in his Uber and he's all yelling out the window. He's like, "Oh, fuck the Warriors!" Like I was like, "All right, like
Great.
good for you, yeah." So I guess I made his night, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't understand that, man. But it is what it is. That comment section it's always gonna be divisive, man. It's always gonna be, split down the middle. There are gonna be people that are gonna encourage you. There are gonna be people that are gonna tear you down, and then there's gonna be some people that just actually comment on the video.
Hey,
On the comment itself.
like I said, male sports fans can be some of the whiniest dudes out there.
Oh, and we're all guilty of it.
Yeah, same here, man.
I cannot count how many times, dude, I have absolutely just lost it watching a Raiders game. Then, like, once it's over, I'm like, okay, I gotta chill. Like, what
Like,
are we doing?
the tuck rule.
Okay,
like-
we didn't have to go there.
All the Raiders fans always bring it up, bro. That shit was like
I
19 years
included it
ago.
in that Gruden video, but only a picture because my heart could not take watching the clip. I was like, nope, picture only.
So yeah, for the ladies watching, sorry that we get emotional during the games. It's gonna keep happening. You guys get
Yeah.
emotional over stuff too that don't make sense to us, so it's all good. Um, how has COVID impacted your work? I guess I'm gonna veer away from that. Has that?
For me, it's I'm very fortunate to be able to use my GI Bill going to school, so hasn't really had too much of an impact. I've still been able to get paid like while getting my degree.
So I guess I meant like your work on the channel, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. But hey, it's good to know about your work too. Like, I'm
Yeah,
glad to know that you're still getting paid.
Yeah, definitely. It hasn't really affected my channel at all. I mean, I'm like a super like homebody anyways. So as long as my internet is on and my iPad is working, I'll be able to kind of do my thing. I'm fortunate in that regard. Like it hasn't had like this profound impact on what I'm doing. Has it changed anything that you've been doing at all?
It has changed my work. Well, my channel. Well, let's see, my work. Because I work at the post office, and my hours have gotten so crazy. Like this is the time where it normally slows down before Christmas, like from May to the end of the summer. And
Right.
it's like Christmas. Since Christmas, it's just been nonstop stuff, bro. So like, I have no time to like work on my channel. Like I have to do everything last second, which kind of shows why my mic was, normally I'll check that.
It happens, man.
But so it's affected me in that way that I can't spend as much time as I would like to working on my channel, my page.
Right.
I guess you could say COVID kind of has helped your channel, right? It's impacted it
Yeah.
for the better because you get to
Yeah,
spend
that-
more time on it, and more people aren't working, so they got to watch your stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely been a help in that regard. Also, just having like a surplus of time because I'm not in the swing of things in grad school just yet. Once that happens, it's going to be really difficult to balance school and having to go on campus and do labs while also doing online classes and then doing YouTube as well. That's when it's going to get tough.
When you go to school, are you gonna be doing it like via Zoom, like this, or is it?
So, from what we've been told, because this is my first semester in grad school, so we'll see how it plays out. But any class that we have that has the full 35-person cohort is online. But if there are things that break down to where there's only half of us at a time, like if we have to go in for a lab or any group type of exercises, then we'll be going in person. So I still don't have like my official in-person online schedule just yet.
Okay, so this is kind of a warm up for you then, for your classes, right?
First semester in grad school, man, because like last semester I finished up my bachelor's degree in the spring, It was all in person. COVID hit. It switches exclusively online, and that's just kind of how I finished out undergrad. So this is the first semester in grad school at a different university. So it's gonna be a work in progress, man.
Hey, you think I'd be a dope teacher?
Yeah, you're super chill, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, everyone gets an A.
There you go. If you turn it in, I'm not even gonna look at it. Just turn it in. I got you.
Just do a survey saying how the class was, and then that's your grade.
Like and subscribe to my channel. I'll give you an extra 5%.
Hell yeah. Hey, make sure you raise your hand, Josh Villa, before you talk. What did teachers say? The bow doesn't excuse you, I do.
Oh my gosh, dude. I have not heard that in a long time. It's like, yeah, I gotta go, man.
Uh, uh, I don't know, man. Hey, do you gotta pay like normal price for college, even though technically you might not even be in class? Do you feel that's kind of a ripoff?
Okay, so this is kind of where it gets a little weird. I use my GI Bill to go to school, so I haven't actually been paying for school. Like my bachelor's degree was basically free, and I'll be using it for this first semester in grad school as well. So I can't personally comment on that because I'm not actually paying for school just yet. It'll be next semester where I actually will be like paying and taking like student loans for that.
So, well, what's your view on that? Do you think that's kind of weird that or not kids, people have to pay full
Full
price?
price.
Yeah, and they might not even be in class or like at the school using the electricity or the labs that they have there or the papers or any of that, but they still got to pay. You think
Right.
that's kind of weird?
It's tough. I know what's so last semester, I'm trying to like word this correctly. So we ended up getting reimbursed last semester for not being able to use the facilities at school
That's
when we
dope.
swapped to online.
I
So
I think that's
that
fair.
yeah, it was cool. And honestly, I had no idea about it until one of, a person in my cohort, they're like, hey, did you get your check? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, the university is giving kickbacks for not being able to use the facility. So it was like some people were getting hundreds of dollars getting that type of reimbursement back. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know how many other universities are doing that, but
For like
it was only fair.
let's just say like Harvard, I doubt that they're gonna discount anyone.
It's an Ivy League, bro.
Yeah,
No, they're getting their money.
I feel like for that school, you just going there is just the degree, you know, is that's what you're really paying for is the name to say that oh I was a Harvard student.
So it's actually funny you would mention that. Going into grad school, I applied to 7 schools and was just hoping to field a lot of offers. And I'm extremely lucky, man. I got into all 7 schools that I applied to, one of which was Columbia. So I never thought I'd get into an Ivy League school. Like when I got the email, I'm like, yeah, they're playing. Like, there's no way this just
I'm being
happened.
scammed.
Yeah. But then, you start, I'm like, okay, I've got to consider this. It's an Ivy League school. And I'm like, pulled up the tuition. I was like, oh,
Hell yeah!
no. I was like,
Everyone,
hey,
give them a big round of applause if you're watching at home. That's what's up.
low key flex, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever, man. Coming from a college dropout here.
But tuition was outrageous, man. And the school itself is in Manhattan. Like, so not only is this going to be outrageously expensive, but the cost of living in New York, it's like, bro, in order to go to this school, I'm going to have to live in a cardboard box over in Brooklyn just to get by. Like, my wife and I are going to have to like sleep outside. I'm like, it's no.
But you get a nice degree on your cardboard box.
But yeah, if my degree would have said, Columbia University, I had offers from some really good schools, man, but taking the price of admission into consideration, I'll tell you this: if I had to go $100,000 into debt and it was all online, I'd be pissed.
Does your GI Bill help cover rent or like for where you
Yeah,
go?
you
Does
get
it
a monthly payment for that as well.
does it raise or lower like to the different places that you go? Like let's just say you were in Idaho, would they like cover your rent for like the cost of living there compared to like Manhattan?
Oh yeah, it totally fluctuates. Like it's a big difference depending on where you are. I know some of like the highest playing places, excuse me, in the country are like San Francisco, and I'm pretty sure like New York City, like Manhattan is extremely high as well. But yeah, if you're in like Paducah, Kentucky, yeah, you're not gonna be getting paid the same as like San Francisco or Oakland.
Okay, now, hey, um, I kind of figured that's how it was, but this is what we do. We educate people. You
There you
educate
go.
me. I educate you. Let's get this going. Um, did you think we were gonna talk about college or anything like that on this?
Dude, I came into this prepared to talk about anything and everything. I'm like, we're just gonna let it rip, dude. Wherever this conversation goes is where it's gonna go.
Hell yeah. And my wife gets mad that I let it rip sometimes.
Dude, same. When I just like launch into a tangent, my wife is just like, bro, I'm gonna let you do your thing, but like know that this is not fun for me.
You want to know something funny?
What's up?
So, everyone watching at home, one of the things that I started this podcast for was to show that you don't have to go to college to have a successful career. I was trying to get people that like either were dropouts or they just went and ventured into a different business. I wanted to show people that there's different forms of success,
Right, right.
and I kind of detoured from that anyways because you can still go to college and still enjoy a different venue than what you got anyways.
Right.
But I'm just trying to show people, that's another reason why I started this too. I'm trying to show people that you can do many different things in this world, and
It's so true.
you can make money, or you could just be happy and be like making minimum, but you're happy doing what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing, man, is there's no right answer. If you want to get into the trades, that's a viable career option that can be extremely lucrative. If you want to go the college route, that works depending on what you're getting into. If you want to be a content creator, that can work. It's all about finding what works for you. If you want to go to the military, I mean, from experience, for a lot of people, like that works. It wasn't my thing, but it does work for some people. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's all just about finding your place and finding your happiness.
Yeah, and it's about learning too, about mistakes you made and successes you've had, right?
Oh yeah.
Try not to keep repeating them.
It's so true though, man. And when you run headfirst into a wall, it's like, okay, that sucked, but I got to take accountability and I got to move on.
And when you're young and dumb, you're invincible, bro. So you don't really think about
Ugh.
you don't think about too far ahead, which
It's
kind of
like I'll go
sucks.
back to college next year, and then you're like, where am I? Like,
For real.
what am I doing?
And then you're like, all right, either I'll go back, or you're like, why did I even go? you know?
Yeah, and it's so true. College is not for everyone, man. Like straight up. And not only that, certain fields aren't for everyone. Like my particular major, tons of people dropped out in one semester. They're like, nope, I hate this. This is not what I thought it was. Don't know how you want to do this. I'm like, well, I don't know how you do what you want to do. But that's the beautiful thing about, college for those that go and find their spot. It's like you can, pursue so many different things.
All right, you heard it here first. The thrill of it saying drop out of your school and go do something else.
Go be happy,
That's
drop
just
out.
messing. Nah, try to find a medium. Let's just say you there is something you want that will make you happy, but you can't obtain it right now. Do something else until you get there. Don't just don't just go full on ahead without having some sort of backup plan or some plan. Because I'm sure Josh Villa can tell you. Sometimes you don't make no money and you're actually in the negative while doing the stuff you like.
Yeah, I have, especially with this YouTube thing, I have yet to make money, man.
Yes,
I haven't
sir.
made a red cent. Like you can't monetize until you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which equates to like 240,000 minutes. I've got that, just the subscribers. I'm not even halfway there yet. So it's a grind. I mean, when you interviewed Mitchell Renz, he said it took him, what, 8 months to be able to monetize? Like, most people are not willing to put in that type of time to do something. That's a long time to just be getting nothing.
Hell yeah, bro. Especially like when it's a long day and you're doing whatever you're doing, you're like, man, is this even worth it? I haven't felt like
See,
that yet though, so
yeah, I same, dude. I'm lucky that like even when my videos weren't getting any traction, it sucks because you obviously want it to take off, but it's like I'm just gonna keep pressing forward. It's like no one's an overnight success on YouTube. Like it is almost impossible. You got to put in the time and put in the effort. And every successful YouTuber, everyone's just like consistency. You got to stick with it. You got to just eat crap for a while, and eventually you're gonna break through. And hopefully within the next few months, I can hit that 1,000 subscriber mark.
let's go. anyone watching, go ahead and like and subscribe to both of our channels.
He's so great.
But I'm gonna break away from all these serious questions. I'm gonna go ahead and start asking some of these funner ones. That way people kind of know who you are, what you do, what your channel's about. So, are you kind of ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So, how do you like the Raiders since GM Mike Mayock took over
I
compared
mean,
to Reggie McKenzie, I guess?
we almost doubled our win total from the year before, man. We had a slate of rookies come in and like legitimately contribute, not just guys who were there. We had dudes contribute, which was huge. Trayvon Mullen took Garyon Conley's job. Josh Jacobs
Hell
rushed for
yeah.
over 1,000 yards. Max Crosby had
Hell
double
yeah.
digit sacks. Like we
Hell
had
yeah.
Alec Ingold handled it to fullback, and we finally got rid of John Lee Townsend at punter. And I mean, no disrespect by this, but he was not good. And we got that squared away with AJ Cole. And then he brought in Richie Incognito and Trent Brown and a lot of guys that are foundational pieces. Whether that's going to stick or not is remains to be seen. But I mean, so far, man, I
Rod
am
Streeter.
not complaining.
um,
Throwback to Rod Streeter and Denarius Moore,
what's
man.
it called? The only reason I brought Rod Streeter is because what did you like about Reggie McKenzie?
Getting us out of just the worst salary cap situation in the NFL, man. He did a really, really good job of getting us out of that and setting the team up to be successful in the future. And of course, the 2014 draft. I mean, Khalil Mack, Derek Carr, Gabe Jackson, and so many other players. Like, it gave us so
Cooper.
much hope that he was the real deal. I mean, first 2 seasons, man, 2 1,000 yard years, 2 Pro Bowls. Switching to Todd Downing was a huge mistake from
Yeah,
Bill
from
Musgrave.
Musgrave. Yeah, that was terrible, bro. That was just
But
bad. And then
if
keeping
Reggie
Ken Norton
drafted
Jr.
was better.
That,
Okay, so for that 2017 season, man, that's what I didn't understand. I'm like, so hold on. You're going to retain Ken Norton Jr. when we consistently have a bad defense, but you're going to let Bill Musgrave go, even though we just lit it up on offense.
top
I'm
10
like,
offense. Top
why?
10 offense, man. Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
dumb.
understand it then. And, allegedly there were like political issues within the locker room that also kind of tore the team apart in 2017.
Yeah, supposedly Derek Carr, he didn't kneel, so the whole offensive line didn't have his back. Crabtree didn't have his back. Something like
Yeah,
that.
and apparently that caused a huge divide. I mean, I wasn't there. I can't attest to it,
Yeah, I
but
don't believe it, to be honest. Crabtree was clutch, like, all that year. Like, so I feel like if Crabtree really didn't like Carr, he probably wouldn't have tried so hard in all the games.
yeah, it's just for one reason or another, man, it just didn't shake out, which is really unfortunate. But Reggie did some really good things. That draft video that I made about his draft picks during his run, it wasn't meant to like completely bash Reggie McKenzie because he did a lot of positive things. It was more so meant to focus on one very specific thing that he did poorly, which ultimately I feel kind of sank him, and that was the drafting.
That's true, man, because DJ Hayden.
I'm
um,
just like, bro, what are we doing?
I remember you talking about Seal Moore. That was pretty cool. I liked Seal Moore and Khalil Mack. They were pretty good. They were a pretty good tandem. Um,
It's Yeah, and he was only with us for 2 years too.
you remember that Chiefs game where they Khalil Mack and Seal Moore almost cost us the game?
Oh yeah, actually, dude. And you know what's so unfortunate about that is I missed that game. That was our first win that year after starting 0-10.
Yeah, and against the Chiefs too, bro. That that's
No, I just
Latavius
decided that.
Murray's breakout game right there.
Yeah, I decided to call it a night early during that game, and like the next morning, talking to my LPO, he was just like, "Hey, man, your Raiders won last night." I'm like, Dude, it's super early. Like, why are we doing this already?" He's like, "No, like for real, you beat Kansas City." And like, I was in the galley, like watching highlights from the game, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "We did it! Yes, Derek Carr got his first win."
Yeah, bro. Latavius Murray was the reason we won. He was just running out of control in that game.
Loved Latavius Murray when he was with the Raiders, man.
I wish we kept him instead of. I mean, I like Marshawn Lynch, but I feel like instead of him and the muscle hamster, we should have just paid him. And
Bro, yeah.
that would have
I,
been that would have been good.
it's funny you would mention Doug Martin, man, because up until a few days ago, hand to God, totally forgot we had him on our team.
Bro, he carried our team for like the second year that Marshawn Lynch was there because we wouldn't play him. I think because we were resting him or because he was injured. So
Yeah, Marshawn had a really weird stint with the Raiders, man. So
really,
did Maurice Jones-Drew. For those
yeah.
that remember, he was actually on our team once.
Like I said, bro, no offense against them too, but I would have rather kept Latavius Murray instead of paying those two guys and then just have Rashard and Washington as the backup still. I
Yeah,
think we would have done a lot better.
and we kept Rashard this year, but Washington's with Kansas City now. I'm actually with him and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man. I'm really interested in seeing what Andy Reid's going to do with them.
Yeah, bro. I think Washington's a good number 2 or number 3. Like, you know.
He was running hard last year, man, behind Jacobs. I was actually like, oh, okay. I think he kind of felt the fire where he's like kind of slipping on the roster. His place wasn't as secure. So I'm glad that he was able to find a landing spot and a super high powered offense.
I remember every time we would play the Colts when we had Washington, he would go ham. Our run game would just tear up the Colts. Like every time we played them, especially Washington and Richard, they would just beast it like all crazy in those games. I don't know what it was, but we our run game favored pretty good against them.
Yeah, Jalen's a tough little dude, man. I like watching him play. He's pretty sure handed in the passing game. He's not afraid to, get dirty and get
He's
physical.
got he's got those jukes, bro. He's got those little shakes and jukes that he can just outrun everyone all crazy.
Bro, his first career run against the Saints rips off like a 75-yard touchdown that season opener. Oh my gosh.
The only thing that sucks about Richard is his fumbles. He sometimes fumbles at the worst time or like at
Yeah.
inopportune moments. But
Oh,
and
like Trevor Davis last year. That dude bought himself a one-way ticket off the roster real quick.
that was the receiver, right? Or okay, did we get him
Hmm.
from the Packers?
Yeah, we traded for him from Green Bay. He had like one really big play for a
Like his
touchdown, and
first
then
play, he had like a fake reverse to the left, and he just
I was
outran
like, oh
everyone.
man, Green Bay know what they're doing. I was like, this dude's a steal. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, oh,
Yeah, and then
okay.
he disappeared after that too. Um, I heard Zay Jones is gonna do really good this year supposedly. Last year he kind of disappeared.
Right, right. Yeah, he came in at a really weird time. I mean, you really didn't notice him on the field unless he was like celebrating with someone else for doing something cool. But one thing I have seen a lot this offseason is Zay Jones seems to be really tight with Derek Carr. He seems to be working with him a lot.
Oh
And there
yeah,
was a video that came out a day or two ago where I'm pretty sure he cooked up Trayvon Mullen.
yeah, yeah. I think I seen that one too. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, what stuff like that I would imagine kind of favors the receiver. You get like no safety help and stuff, but he torched him.
Yeah,
I was like,
he did
okay.
that fake step to the left, and then he just took off to the end zone. Yeah, that
It
was
was
sick.
filthy. It was
Yeah,
filthy.
I hope we keep seeing that this year. Uh, well, speaking about the Raiders, do you wish that they had a better home opener than the Saints? Like, do you wish that the NFL would have gave us someone else to open our first game in this new stadium?
I think they did that just because the Saints are a good team. They figured it would sell a lot of tickets. They're like, oh, let's get Drew Brees in here. Let's get the Saints in here. But it's like, man, y'all couldn't like throw us a bone.
For real, bro, like you couldn't give us someone like crappy. Like
Yeah,
it's our
it's like,
first home
oh, you couldn't
game.
give it. Yeah, they weren't making it easy for sure, but everything goes right and we pull off a win. That would be a monumental statement to the rest of the league. It's like, we're not playing around this year. Like we're hitting our potential.
For anyone that has forgotten, the last time that we played the Saints, we beat them.
Sure did.
Yeah, so
And we went to the playoffs that year.
yeah,
Thank
so
you
it's not
very much.
impossible. And we did it in a 2 point conversion to seal the deal instead of tying the game.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite highlights. Carr steps back and hits Crabtree, and the announcer's like, "He caught it!" Just like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, I miss Crabtree. I kind of wish we held on to him for one more year too. That year that we had that guy from the Packers, dude,
Oh, Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson. How disrespectful that I forgot Jordy Nelson's name.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, like we should have kept Crabtree and maybe not have signed Jordy Nelson. You know.
Yeah, it didn't really work out that year with Jordy. Unfortunately, man, that receiving core, especially once Cooper got traded to, was bare bones. Jordy Nelson and Seth Roberts as the 1 and 2 is like not a good look.
Yeah, man, it was. We had no, dude. Even last year, we didn't have much receivers either. So it's kind of been kind kind of bad in that area for the past couple years.
And they dealt with injuries too. Like Tyrell had injuries he dealt with last year. Hunter Renfro had some injuries he dealt with. I mean, it's a good thing we have such a savage at tight end.
Yeah, Darren Waller's a beast. I kind of wanted to get his jersey. It was kind of a toss up of whose jersey to get last year. I got Josh Jacobs. So
I mean, you
yeah,
can't
I
go wrong,
know.
man. You can't go wrong.
But do you remember that game that he got injured? Hunter Renfro against the
Against the Jets,
Jets.
right?
Do you think that was a late hit? I think that
Um,
was a late hit.
I,
He
I would have to rewatch it. Honestly, I haven't watched that clip in a minute, so I'd have to rewatch it.
Go rewatch it. It was a late hit. And then he got like a punctured lung or a flattened lung or a bruised lung, something with his lung, bro. That
Yeah, he jacked himself up.
and that pissed me off because we got smoked in that game. And then like our one of our star receivers, up and coming receivers, got hurt like on an unnecessary play, and they didn't
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it. So
That was a rough game. That Jets game was not fun to watch.
and like it's embarrassing because like we're supposed to be a playoff team. Like before that game, they hyped us up so crazy. Like out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh, the Raiders are for reals. They're gonna beat the Chiefs. They're gonna win the division."
They have such a manageable schedule. They're going to pull it off, make the playoffs. And I was like, yeah, I was drinking that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I was like,
And
I'll
I'm
take
not
all the
too.
attention. Yeah, hell yeah.
100%. And then it did not happen.
It came crashing down. So I've talked to Mitchell Renz about the Raiders. I'm talking to you about the Raiders, so I kind of want to go talk about UFC or MMA because I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
really got to talk about that. But for everyone this is their first time watching, it's not always going to be a Raiders show, but expect a Raiders show about once a month, once every 2 months because I'm a Raider fan and I
Got to
want to
get it out, man.
yeah, I want to talk to Raider fans, Raider people, you know. So I guess to ease into this, what did you think of the Cormier Miocic fight?
Stipe handled business, man. You know, Cormier did have some success throughout the fight, but I mean, I liked that Stipe took the time to really slim down, get in really good shape. I mean, that dude looked in ridiculously good shape, whereas Cormier came in there looking ridiculously out of shape.
Hey,
I
that's
thought,
how Cormier rolls, though, bro.
yeah, it's been working, but I thought that, you know, Stipe really stuck to his guns. I thought he looked really crisp striking, man. He went in there and just put it down.
Hey, one of the post offices I work at is in the city where Cormier lives, and he lives a couple blocks away from my friend.
Oh, dope,
Yeah.
dude.
Uh, so yeah, hopefully one day I run into him or something. That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
pretty
sick,
sick.
man.
I have him on my show one day. That'd be dope, but we'll see how
There
that
you
goes.
go.
Yeah, dude, we'll see how that goes. That'd be dope, man. But what did you think of the Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley. What is his name? Sean O'Malley. What did you think of the
Sean
hype
O'Malley?
train? Yeah, Sean O'Malley. What did
Yeah,
you
the
think of the
Sugar
hype
Show.
train? And were you on it?
I try not to get too caught up in the hype train on fighters. MMA is just, it's such an unpredictable sport. But I mean, you see this guy's highlight reel and you're watching the way he can just one hit quit dudes and just, it's crazy amount of power for, you know, someone who's so tall and lanky. I thought that Cheeto was going to be a tough fight for him for sure. He's someone that isn't, you know, an older seasoned veteran like Eddie Wineland was in O'Malley's previous fight, but he's a dude who can just handle his business. I know it looked like he maybe tore his ACL. Something happened with his knee. I'm not
They
entirely sure what
they
happened.
said that he got nerve damage. That something in his nerve like gave out or something. I guess he got hit wrong or he hit wrong. Is
Oh,
what I last heard.
so people online, so like someone had posted a video of Cheeto landing a kick, and a lot of people think that that
That's the
kick was
kick.
kind of the start of it all. And I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, dude. A well placed kick, whether it's there to the liver, right to your temple. I mean, if it's effective, it's effective.
Hell yeah. But
I know a lot of people were upset about the way that the fight went down, but at the end of the day, Cheeto's taking that dub, man.
hell yeah, man. A win's a win. And I wasn't really on the hype train. Uh, man, you know what? I probably sound like a hater, bro. Like
No, 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 no.
it
I mean,
sucks because people watching this are probably like, oh, this guy is always hating on everyone.
no, it's and a lot of people weren't though. A lot of people were like, he's kind of getting favorable matchups against dudes that he's just gonna be able to strike with. Like we had, I mean, he was on Theo Von's podcast, and even he himself was like, yeah, going up against someone who's like a pure grappler, probably not the best thing for me, or however he worded it. But like
Wasn't
he's
he
very aware.
wasn't he like ranked 12 or 14 going into that fight, like in his
I
division?
think he cracked the top 15, and then the updated rankings. I'm pretty sure Cheeto slid to 14, and O'Malley is out of the rankings now.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of people making the joke like, "Oh, the rankings are sugar free now."
Yeah, that's pretty smart, bro. Hey, the internet always wins.
Always, internet's undefeated, bro.
But yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about that, because not only was he co-main event, but they were hyping him up. They're like, he's the next Lamar Jackson. And then
Bit much.
yeah, bro, like for real, I was like, what the heck? And then they're like, they were showing clips of Conor McGregor. They're like, oh, he's got power like McGregor. He knocks fools out. I was like, man, don't do this. I was like, you guys are making me not like this guy, because like I don't know, he's just barely on the scene, and you guys are making
Right,
it seem
right.
like he's been like dominating through the division. And
Yeah,
then
the UFC for sure wanted badly for him to be a big star, someone that they can kind of bank on for pay-per-views down the line.
yeah, and that kind of blew up in their face. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Hopefully he gets back at it, and once he rehabs and everything, can get back in there and get back to what he was doing.
Yeah, man. But hey, it's tough to get in that ring and to fight someone,
I
because
wouldn't do it.
shoot,
I have so much respect for fools that do that. It is wild, man.
I'd do it, but I'd probably last like 10 seconds.
You throw me 30 grand, I'll throw a fight.
I wouldn't throw it, but it would just look like it. It's just like it'll be like when Jorge Masvidal just KO'd Ben Askren. It'll probably be like that.
Sent that boy to the shadow realm, man.
Hell yeah. Hey, Jorge Masvidal liked one of my tweets. This is a big moment for me. And like only
Dude,
3 people liked it, and he was one of them. I'm like, how did he even see this?
there you go.
And yeah, I invited him on here. He did not respond, not surprisingly.
It's all good, man.
Hey, you gotta try, bro. You gotta try.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys in the UFC. I have a lot of MMA accounts that I follow on Instagram, and even smaller channels and stuff. They pull down interviews with guys fighting in the UFC. It's always worth reaching out.
Yeah, man. And hey, at least you could say I tried. So, who do you got? Israel Isadanya or Paula Costa in the next one?
Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna go Izzy.
Yeah.
Gonna go Izzy. I know Costa looks like an action figure. I know he's extremely aggressive, and I think he's
Dude,
gonna
that fool's
push
jacked.
forward a lot more than Yoel Romero. But Izzy's nice with it, man.
Yeah.
He is just so clean.
Fun fact here for everyone watching at home. I was at the last live UFC event. It was Isadanya versus Romero.
You were there?
Yeah, I went there for my bachelor party weekend. We went there to go enjoy the Vegas, and then there was that fight going on. So I was like, let's go watch it. And it happened to be the last live event with like fans.
Right, right.
So that was pretty crazy. But man, such a waste not wasted fight. I get it, dude. Yoel Romero's a freaking beast. I would not want to get hit by that guy. But
Scary.
man, when you pay money and you go watch that fight, it's just like, bro, do something.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. For those that haven't gotten the chance to do it, a boring fight on TV is nothing compared to a boring fight when you've paid money for a ticket.
Hell
You're
yeah,
just
bro.
like, oh my god.
But so I think Isadanya is gonna win as well.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of going for Acosta because I think he's gonna try to push the action. So
Oh, he's gonna march forward for sure. He's gonna be the anti-Romero, man. He's gonna go in there and try and take his head off.
I guess if I had to bet money, I'd put it on the Airbender. But if just for fun, I'd probably go for Acosta.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, man. What do you think about John Jones moving to heavyweight?
I actually think there's finally some traction with this because he relinquished his belt.
Yeah.
He's talked about moving up to heavyweight many times, and every time something happens, something falls through. I think this could finally be the time where he's gonna make that happen. I'm excited to see it, man. It's not always the biggest heavyweights who dominate. Stipe is not a guy. He's not this 265-pound hulking dude. Cain Velasquez wasn't really that type of guy, John, especially if he puts on muscle the right way, with his athleticism, man, there are a lot of heavyweights I think he can beat. At the same time, as as great as his chin is at light heavyweight, he's never been hit by Francis Ngannou
Or like Derek Lewis.
or you're right, or Derek
Yeah.
Lewis, or Rosenstrike, or any of those really big boys. So
And the thing about moving to heavyweight too, his one of his biggest advantages was having that reach on a lot of the light heavyweights being
mhm.
oversized, so he was able to keep his distance. I feel
Yeah,
with
that,
some
and
of the
that he's gonna
heavyweights,
lose that with some of those really big guys.
yeah, that gets negated. But hey, John Jones is a G, bro. Hey,
Would love to see it, man.
grew up
Love to see him go to
grew up
heavyweight.
watching John Jones, man. So I'm always gonna root for that guy.
Bones.
Yeah. You remember when he was the good guy? He was like the church guy and
I used
like
to tell on kids in high school who smoked pot. I'm just like, did you?
yeah. But I remember like they said that and I watched one of his previous videos like before he was professional and like his nickname was like sexual chocolate or something like that. Do you remember that or no?
Oh, uh-uh.
Yeah, so like when I seen that I was like, you know what? I think there's a little bit more to John Jones and I'm all for it, bro, cuz like
Right,
no one's
right. I like
perfect,
when he
bro.
just plays up the villainous thing. It's just like, just be you, dude. Like,
You remember the video with
be.
DC where he's like, "Hey, you still there, pussy?"
Oh yeah.
And
He's
then
like, dude, Daniel Cormier. He's like, you are the scum of the earth. He gets so upset.
the only thing about Daniel Cormier I didn't like about that response, he's all, "Yeah," like, why are you gonna
Yeah,
respond
that
like
was his
that?
first reaction. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's like what? Like, why not be like, "Who you calling pussy" or something, you know? But
right, right.
but yeah, I mean, hey, John Jones, man. Do you think he should get a tune-up fight, or you think he should just go straight for like Stipe or Francis?
Oh, I want a tune-up fight
Yeah, I think so too,
for
man.
sure.
I think
He,
maybe like even Fabricio Verdum, that's not even a fair tune-up fight, bro. Like you know how they gave that
yeah,
to Gustafson?
how did he think Gustafson feels, man? All of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, this guy's coming up to heavyweight." Like, you've got to be kidding me! I thought I was done fighting this fool.
Yeah, maybe give him like Gustafson or hey, if Cormier ever wants to get back into the ring, maybe give him a bout at heavyweight, you know? I
I
don't know.
know that Curtis Blades and Derek Lewis are supposed to be fighting, so maybe you can give him the winner of that. Although the winner of that's probably going to be super close to his title shot.
That's scary, bro. That's like, you
Some
know.
big boys, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think John Jones he deserves an immediate title shot, but I think he should take a tune-up fight just so he could see like how his cardio and how his strength and all his
Right, right.
performances at heavyweight. You don't want to rush it, bro. And it'd be pretty sick to see him rise up in the heavyweight ranks like when he did in the light heavyweight.
When he
But
just blitzed through everyone.
yeah, man. I remember I was going for Shogun Hua in that fight because dude, Shogun's a beast.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this could go either way, but I'm gonna go for Shogun just because this was a legend. He just got kneed in the face. I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
Steamrolled, dude. Jones went out there and just steamrolled.
So yeah, good luck, John Jones. You got a fan here. I think Josh Villa is a fan as well.
For
You're
sure, man. Stay on the straight and narrow. Keep doing what you're doing. Get up to heavyweight and go do some big things.
hell yeah. You're the icon of our MMA careers, or Anderson Silva. I think one of them too. You could say GSP.
GSP. I was gonna say GSP's for sure,
But
for sure.
I'm going with I don't know. Anderson Silva's a beast. I remember watching his fights and dude couldn't get hit. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The sport has evolved so much, and there's been so many dominant guys, and their dudes are just getting better.
Yeah. So good luck. Good luck out there to everyone in the MMA career because it's insane.
Yeah,
Um,
straight up.
who is your? I guess I'm gonna go back. I should have asked this earlier. Who is your favorite current Raider right now?
Ooh, okay. So there's a lot of good guys on the team, but when I'm watching a game, one player I'm always focused on without fail, Josh Jacobs.
Hell yeah, yeah, dude.
I
He's a
absolutely love when a team has a great running back. And
dude.
Jacobs is the first running back we've had in so long where like anytime he gets the ball, I am supremely confident that dude can rip off a 35-yard run every time he touches the ball. And like having that type of confidence in a running back for me, like for sure he's my favorite play.
Dude, not only can he like juke, his little sidestep. I don't know what it is, dude. His little sidestep, it just leaves fools
He's
reaching for air.
nasty
Yeah,
with
it
it. And
doesn't
he'll
even
run
look
through
crazy.
dudes
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I was gonna say, but he can hit too. So him and Alec Ingold, that's a sick pairing, dude.
Oh
that's
yeah,
that's a
dude.
dope
What about
pairing.
you? Who's your favorite current Raider?
I guess I can't say Josh Jacobs because, dude, maybe Max Crosby. I'm trying to think right
Mad
now.
Max,
Yeah, dude.
the Condor.
Yeah, because like it's sick having someone that can rush the quarterback. Josh
Yeah, it's been nice. You know,
Jacobs.
him hitting double-digit sacks as a rookie was huge, dude.
I'll probably say Josh Jacobs as well because he makes the offense go, and I'm actually pumped to see that we have receivers now. So like, you want to stack that line? We're gonna go ahead and throw a crossing route, throw it deep. Watch out for Ruggs. Watch out for Waller. Watch out for Renfro.
It's
Watch
gonna
out for
open everything
Jacobs.
up, man.
Yeah, dude. Watch out for Moreau.
5 touchdowns
Yeah,
as a
that dude's a
backup tight end. I'm
dude.
like, there you go.
He's an underrated tight end right there, bro. That fool's sick.
Yeah, big Foth, man. I love watching that dude play.
But Trent Brown, that fool runs over people like mows them down. I guess not runs over, but he mows them down. Like, dude, I don't know. It's crazy. It's hard to say, but Josh Jacobs is the engine on that team. Hey,
I
but
agree, man.
let's see Derek Carr go ham too. Who's your favorite Raider of all time?
Oh, it's like having to pick a favorite kid.
Oh,
So,
super easy.
in terms of people I grew up watching and a player that, like, when I watch his highlights now, I still get hyped. I'm going to go a little off the beaten path here, but Napoleon Kaufman is like my all time favorite Raider. Not the best running back we've ever had, but dude, Kaufman was so dynamic and so explosive. I loved watching him play as a kid. I had his autograph. I got to meet the guy. Like, for me, it's Napoleon.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm surprised you didn't say like Bo Jackson or Marcus Allen because that'd be one of my favorite like running backs of our time. Bo Jackson actually.
I didn't get to
Just
watch them play. That's the only unfortunate thing. And maybe I'd have a different answer, like if I was a little bit older. But by the time I like really got into football as a kid, those guys were both gone.
yeah,
And it was
no.
like right when we got Kaufman.
YouTube. That's what YouTube's for, man. We gotta rewatch all of that.
Yeah.
I'd probably say since you asked me, I'd probably say Charles Woodson.
Oh yeah. I mean, it sucks that a chunk of his career was with Green Bay, but I mean, what he did in the silver and black. I mean, there's a reason he came back and retired with us.
Hell yeah, it would have been sick to see him one or two more years. But hey, I'll take all the time he had with us.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite MMA fighter? I guess. Yeah, now that I'm asking about
Oh,
favorites,
and it's like someone like I have to watch their fights every time they fight. That's tough, dude.
and it could be current or former.
So oh my gosh, huge Junior Dos Santos fan.
Dude, until he fell off. Yeah.
The man has fallen off, but I mean, watching him go on his run, up until he became champion and everything, he's for sure one of my all-time favorite fighters. Another guy, unfortunately, he got popped for EPO, but someone I loved watching, TJ Dillashaw.
Dillashaw, that's a crazy one. I would not have
Loved
expected
watching him
that.
fight, and then he pops. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
what are
that
we
that
doing?
sucks, but I don't know. That's I guess it's not the name of the game, but it's like the name of half the game.
Yeah, and then of course, like I mean, I loved watching Anderson Silva, especially in
Yeah.
his prime. He was just can't miss MMA, man. He's so dynamic.
BJ Penn was pretty sick too. You remember?
Oh yeah, dude.
You remember BJ Penn fights? Chuck Liddell was good too. You couldn't have
Yeah,
MMA without Chuck
absolutely.
Liddell. But yeah, I think I'd say with Anderson Silva just because that was crazy. He was doing the crazy stuff before it was like super popular. Um,
Right.
I'll start wrapping this up. It kind of looks like you're probably gotta go soon.
Yeah, it's getting about that time, bud.
Okay, man. I guess if you could fight anyone in the octagon, is there a specific person you would want to fight?
In the UFC or
Yeah,
just like
just in
ever?
general. Yeah, in general.
Oh my gosh, if I could just like throw down with one person, dude, I'm like not tough. Like, I don't think there's a single person like that I feel like getting beat up by, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But there's no one you could think of in a
I don't think I've
sanctioned fight.
ever like disliked someone enough to be like, I want to just throw on some gloves and get at it.
All right, now that's good though. What's it? I guess since you won't throw down, what's a dream fight you would like to see? Doesn't matter like the division or whatever, just like the weight class. If you could see two people throw down, Who would
Oh,
it be?
dude, just because of how hilarious it looks, Stefan Struve versus Mighty Mouse, dude, who's like 6'10" against guys like 5'3", 100%.
Yeah, that sounds messed up, bro.
Dude, I would absolutely watch that fight.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't know if it's all good, but it'd be an interesting fight. I'd watch it. Oh man. Does that are these questions a little off the wall or what? Did that
Dude,
catch you
I
off
like
guard?
this. This is so much better than just like, so what do you do for a living? So no, it's like, no, let's have some fun. Like, let's chop it up.
Did you ever see yourself making videos or even be like on a podcast anytime when you were younger?
Definitely not. I definitely not, but I'm glad that I'm doing this, man. I'm just like I've been loving every second of this, dude. Doing the YouTube thing and now, doing the podcasting thing.
Hell
Like
yeah.
this, it's a lot of fun, man. Like it's just I see why so many people do it.
Have you learned more about sports since you've been doing this?
Definitely a lot more about just things I would have looked at, like for the Gruden video, looking back at like how his offenses have put points on the board. I never in a million years would have just like thought to look at that specifically. I've always liked looking back at stuff, but it's a lot more in depth now. So I'm definitely learning a lot more.
Hell yeah, man. I guess I haven't learned about sports as much since I don't mainly cover sports,
Right, right.
but I have learned a lot more about people's careers, different paths. Like I had oh my goodness, Nicole Ballesteros. She's a
Hmm.
hairstylist. She owns a salon. Like I learned a lot about hair and like about that business, that industry. And dude, I never thought I was gonna learn about that, but
Right, right. Yeah.
and it was great. And like you said, Mitchell Renz. Shout out to Mitchell Renz.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned all the stuff behind the scenes he has to go through. I'm learning about you, all the stuff you do. Even though you're like my third YouTuber I have on here. Hey, it's all different. Everyone's YouTube career is way different. It's
Everyone has a different grind, man.
Yeah, and it's dope. I'm learning some stuff from you. I'm hoping to pick that up for my channel. I hope you learn
Yeah,
some stuff from
absolutely.
mine, and you pick that up for you too.
Yeah.
But this is something that I saved for the end. How do you tell your wife sorry that I'm holding you hostage, and tell her I said hi too. How do you deal with the crazy people or the negative people that that you have on your channel? I'm gonna show the people watching real quick one of the comments you sent me. I'm gonna read it out loud. Everyone watching, there's gonna be some profanity, but I'm not censoring it. I want people to see what kind of stuff we get because it's kind of uncalled for, and like we have tough skin, but maybe someone doesn't, or it's pretty hateful, hurtful stuff. But I'm gonna read it out loud. So some guy named Jesus Galindo. Here's your chance to shine. He said, "At the thrill of it, suck it easy, you white hating bitch. Brad Johnson didn't win that Super Bowl. It was Trent Dilfer at QB. Get your shit together." So, like, well, first of all, he brought race into it, and
Yeah. It was weird.
you don't even show your skin. You don't show your video or nothing. Um,
Yeah.
so how do you deal with that, or how how do you take comments like that, and how does that affect you, man? Just so people that want to do this, like maybe they can see that we go through it, we get over it. We're not gonna let it hurt us.
Right, right. It just take it in stride. You can't, I mean, even though it's worded very personally, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't take this stuff personally, and you can't. This person does not know me
Yeah.
at all. This person just watched my video, felt some type of way about it, and decided to leave something like that. Like, it doesn't affect my day. I sent it to you just to show you, like, bro, check this out.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
And I just put it out there so people could see. And since I read yours out loud, I'm gonna read one I got, the one I sent you back.
Right,
Um,
right.
so someone asked me, or told me, I guess they commented. They put chin for the win. That was John C. Matthews. They put the interviewer sucks dick. Shit was cringe how he was asking questions. Oh,
God.
my bad, bro. I'm sorry that you watched
Right,
however
right.
much of it you watched, but thank you for watching.
Yeah,
And
you can't just take it personally. Maybe that person's having a bad day, or maybe they just really disliked your content and what you're doing. Either way, it is what it is. You have to kind of expect stuff like that. Read it, laugh at it, and just
let it
move
roll through.
on.
Hey, I took
Honestly,
it as constructive criticism, bro. I was like, all right, the underlying messages, maybe I can work on what I do.
I wish mine was constructive. I was like, firstly, it was Brad Johnson that started the Super Bowl. Like, I am correct in this. A and B, I'm like, there's nothing constructive. I'm like, you're just bringing race into this, and I don't show my face. I'm like, I don't understand. Do I sound
um,
the way they worded it too? I'm like, so are you saying I'm white and being hateful? Are you saying I hate white people? Like, what? Like, how are you wording this?
well, the only positive you could take from it, I guess, is there's people that are just gonna dislike you no matter what. So
100%.
just ignore it. you know.
That's it. Laugh at it and just move on.
So what's some advice you'd give to my fans that watch the show, either about making a YouTube channel or just about life in general?
Just a strong piece of advice is just as cliche as it is, and I'm sure everyone's heard this 1,000 times, but man, if you're pushing for something, you got to stick with it. Like consistency is just key. Like as a college student getting my bachelor's degree, and I wrapped that up earlier this year, if I wasn't consistently studying, consistently prepping for exams and stuff, I wouldn't have finished my bachelor's. And it'll be the same thing once I start grad school. The same thing at your job. If you're working towards a promotion, you got to be with it consistently. You got to keep making moves. And if you're on YouTube, you got to consistently upload, you've got to consistently improve, and you've got to consistently look for ways to make yourself better on the platform to bring in new viewers.
All right, man. You said it way better than I could say it. You got like 5 more minutes, and then I'll let you go.
Got about 5 more minutes. Yeah.
All right. So everyone, if anyone has any questions, now's your time to go ahead and ask. We're gonna take a quick 45-second break, and then we'll let Josh Villa go. I'm so sorry that I'm keeping you away from your life, man. So let's go.
One, two, 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 two. Public service announcement for people out there listening to this funky ass boom bap album. Check it out.
All right. No one asked anything. I don't know if it's not up, if it hasn't loaded yet or anything. You have a question you want to ask me? I think they're being nice and they're letting you go.
I appreciate that.
Is there a question you wanted to ask me? I guess we'll make this live question.
I mean, I made sure to ask some, earlier on in the podcast for sure, because I didn't want this just to be like a one-sided thing where all I'm doing all the talking and everything. I wanted to make sure, like, to get to know you as well, like while we were doing this.
I appreciate it, man. All right, so I'm gonna do this 30-second segment where you're gonna answer this or that questions.
All right,
Okay. Let me see. Give it a quick second. You ready?
let's do it.
All right. Football or MMA?
Football,
Oakland or Los Angeles?
Oakland,
Bo Jackson or Marcus Allen?
Marcus Allen,
Anderson Silva or GSP?
GSP,
Basketball or baseball?
basketball,
Mac or PC?
Mac,
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram,
Trump or Biden?
neither,
Coffee or energy drink?
coffee,
Offense or defense?
offense,
Fans or no fans?
fans.
Time's up. So you hit 11 questions, bro. You did not beat Mitchell Renz at 13.
Really? You still faster?
Yeah. So, but hey, he's got experience doing this. So, oh,
True, man. He's got the hot hand.
you want to answer one question before I let you go?
Yeah, I can do one more.
Okay. So Anna Mendoza, my sister-in-law, from YouTube is asking, what's been more rewarding to you in your journey?
On my YouTube journey,
Yeah, I would assume so.
the most rewarding thing on the YouTube journey is honestly just getting to talk with a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. Like, I love when people are commenting on the videos and getting to interact with them and seeing how everyone feels about like a specific topic, because it just runs the gamut and it just kind of gives you insight to like, no matter how a team's performing, like everyone is always going to feel some type of way about it. And like, I love seeing that and kind of getting a different view on things. It can be super easy to just like stay in your lane and just not be open and receptive to other points of view. And what YouTube does, especially in the comment section, is it really opens your eyes to like how other people are feeling about stuff.
All right, there you go. That's a dope feeling. I appreciate you for coming on here. Now is the time for you to go ahead and drop any social media you want to share. It's obvious one you're going to drop, but here's your
For
chance.
sure. Well, personally, man, I appreciate you having me on the podcast, dude. This was a lot of fun. Be sure to like and subscribe to Top 3 Gaming. Be sure to like and subscribe to The Thrill of It. You can catch me on Instagram and on Twitter at The Thrills of It. And everyone out there, stay healthy, stay happy, keep doing what you're doing.
All right, like I said, I couldn't say it any better, so I won't. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and drop any of the links that he told me to share in the bio, in the description, whatever. I'm not all fancy. I'm not all technical. We're just doing this on the seat of our pants, man. So I hope everyone had a good time. Next week and the week after, I might not have a show. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going on vacation.
Ooh,
But
enjoy that, man.
hell yeah. When I do go online, I'll keep you guys notified, and make sure to tune in on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to the Why Not Me podcast. Make sure to tune in to The Thrill of It, not podcast, but YouTube channel. He's got some dope stuff. Even if you're not an MMA or a Raider fan, just go hit like and then click out and subscribe. Okay, guys?
For sure.
Hope you all have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and put the endings on this, and just give me a quick second. Let's
Cool.
go. Yeah, man. I'll put you on mute real quick. I'll talk to you in, for one quick minute. I know you gotta go. I don't want your wife to miss you.